Banking is another name for PSD2, which is a European banking directive, and it forces the 9 biggest UK banks to open up their data and exposes customer data to consenting customers, so they can share data amongst the banks and amongst trusted third parties. By forcing banks to share information, they're going to have to be a lot more innovative than just holding on to the bank's the customer's data in the bank. What's important to note here, it's all about consent. It's all about the customer consenting to share their information. AISP, this is for account information. This is an example of a use case which we pulled together for a generic flow. Here is, in this example, you can consent to your account information being given to a trusted third-party app provider, and they'll show on the screen all your payments and your transactions and your account balances, for example, from the different banks. So if you've got a bank account at Lloyds Bank and another one at the Royal Bank of Scotland, at a glance you can see what your balances are, and you can see all your transactions. The initiative gives us a Swagger spec. We expose it. A trusted third party which creates these apps can create this sort of innovative application. Another use case is for payments. This is a PISP. This particular example, this is buying a flight ticket online. You select which flight you want, you select which bank you want, and then you go straight through to that bank, and the bank will then authenticate you by using something like a username and password, and then allow you to give authorization for that transaction to go through. And then it'll take you back to the website or the app again. As you can see from this example, there's no Visa or MasterCard in between anymore. It goes straight through to the bank. The actual API is defined by a Swagger spec, and that Swagger spec is created by the Openbanking implementation entity, which is the IE, and all the biggest 9 banks have to implement this particular Swagger spec. So that means if you're using, I guess the essential difference is that it's what we call a regulatory compliance standard, and it's standard across the banking industry. It's not specific to a third party which sets that standard.